Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Nick, I think you have the better face for Ron Perlman.
Yeah, I do have a large head.
Well, also, you can do better faces than me. I figured I could just do Cage. That's not a hard face.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to a special episode of Cage Match, a roundabout way of meeting Nicolas Cage. A roundabout.
A roundabout.
A roundabout way of meeting Nicolas Cage. I am Sean, here with...
Nick, I'm Nick.
And...
Peter, producer Peter, hi.
And we are doing a quick little episode about Nicolas Cage's new movie, The Retirement Plan.
Which did come out a couple weeks ago, but...
I was in Portland.
Yeah.
And you were in Florida.
It had a really weird release situation where it was supposed to come out like a month earlier and then didn't at all.
Punted out
But for
to the next month.
Confusing reasons. Who knows what happened.
I'll never understand what happened with the release of that movie.
Yeah, and then it came out. And did you see it opening night or opening day?
Yeah, I caught a matinee of it on opening day.
Crowded theater, packed.
Yeah, all by myself.
Yes,
which was great for taking notes and laughing, but not great for box office numbers.
Yeah, and I saw it with one person. So, yeah.
I saw it with two people.
There.
Whew.
Yeah.
But that was Nick and Josie.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame. I feel like, I don't know if it was just a lack of marketing or something, but
I mean, it's got no marketing.
but it got a theatrical release. Like they put some clout behind it.
I mean, would we have known this movie was coming out if we didn't do this podcast?
No.
All right, then.
Which is too bad because honestly, the premise of it is pretty funny.
Yeah.
There's this couple who are trying to get out of like shitty gang life. Like the husband's a driver for a mobster. So he steals a thing and in the
hard drive.
Yeah, hard drive.
It's a flash drive.
And
or a disc.
So he steals a hard drive, and in the process gets caught. The wife ends up getting the hard drive and their daughter out to her father's house, which happens to be Nicolas Cage. Villains pursue, Nicolas Cage rebuffs, and it becomes like this big action comedy. Lots of just like humorous encounters with bad guys such as Jackie Earle Haley and Ron Perlman.
Jackie Earle Haley in his most mumbly role since Rorschach.
Yeah, I enjoyed his just like very hot temper in this movie.
Yeah.
He was on edge the whole time, but also just like the shaved head and the goatee with his sweet like crime jacket and club shirts.
Oh my God. Can we put this in the upper echelons of crime jackets? Like
This is one of the best crime jackets
like
I've
the
ever
alligator
seen.
like jacket.
Yeah, it was resplendent. Great performance by Jackie Earle Haley. Ron Perlman, just the dopey.
As Bobo.
Yeah. Terrific. I enjoyed him a lot. His posture in this movie just made me feel like he was some kind of cartoon the whole time.
How big is Ron Perlman?
I don't know.
Hellboy sized.
Oh, okay. That's a measurement I know viscerally.
I did say this when we were watching it last night, though. Ron Perlman looks so much weirder when he's not covered in prosthetic makeup. He looks like more of a Muppet.
Yeah, he's an odd shape of person.
He's an odd cut of man.
Yeah.
So I've just found 3 different heights and weights for him, and I don't think that any of them can possibly be accurate.
Oh, he's on the Donald Trump scale?
Yeah, he's anywhere from 5'11" to 6'1", and anywhere from, I don't know, 183 pounds to question mark.
183 seems light.
It seems light, unless he's...
my weight.
Yeah, so like, that'd be putting on the short side 30 pounds on me, and I'm not Ron Perlman-esque.
So wait,
I mean that's mostly head though. You got to
maximum. He he's my height and your weight. That's not right.
No,
not a chance. No. Who else was in the cast?
Oh, Ernie Hudson, Ashley something.
Ashley Greene from like the Twilight series
plays Ashley.
Yeah. Ashley.
She was the weakest performance.
Do you think they just gave her character the same name as her because she kept getting confused?
Who am I?
Her character also had the least like meaningful screen time. Even Hector had better screen time moments, or Christopher.
Which one was Christopher?
Christopher was the like final top tier backstabbing dude.
Okay.
The dude that comes in at the end and like they give him the thing.
Oh, sure.
This movie has about too many betrayals in it.
Yeah, the chain of betrayal.
Yeah.
Everybody's like hooked on to somebody else.
But
It's just
not in a
fucking
compelling way like Burn After Reading or Clue, where like the absurdity of how many people are stabbing each other in the back is interesting.
No, this is just like presented very business as normal.
Yeah.
It's a CIA thing.
Yeah. I really did like the performance.
And organized crime.
Like, kid performances are usually pretty fucking mid overall, but Talia Campbell as Sarah, I thought did a really good job. Like,
Yeah.
I liked
agree.
her football shirt.
Just
football
football.
shirt.
Do you like football? I like football. I want to be a quarterback. I wanted her to say, I want to be a football.
Okay, some of those lines are bad.
I love football.
But
I want to be football.
Her interactions with Ron Perlman are fucking great. You've got to admit that.
Yeah.
They are. Ron Perlman is a gem in this movie.
Watching Nick Cage get to just full on tackle like body Ron Perlman was a lot of fun to watch. I'm like, oh, one of you probably broke a hip there.
Yeah, this
They're
is
both so old.
still so much better than like an Expendables movie, though.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no,
I don't think we got to the like actual premise because I kept interrupting of Nick Cage being a retired assassin.
Right.
Oh, I
That's kind of
kinda,
the,
like,
the
brushed it off.
key part of the entire thing
Yeah.
is that he's able to kill motherfuckers real well.
As long as the camera is shaking and not focusing on the action.
Don't worry about that.
You know, I've honestly seen worse fight scenes from younger people recently.
No, it's true. People also die real easy in this movie.
I loved in the boat scene, the boat fight with Ernie Hudson, just like how many bodies fall in the water.
Oh, yeah, there were 10 bad guys.
Yeah.
10 bad guys go down in that fight.
Oh, what was it in the hallway when they're like trying to get into the room? You just have the wide range of like varying goons
Mm-hmm.
My favorite goon is definitely goon who can't put his arms down
because he's so
just like
small.
Just so yoked.
just so fucking beefed out that he's just standing there like,
He like to turn his head. He kind of does the Michael Keaton Batman where he just turns his whole body because his neck is just one big muscle.
Yep. As we all know, us strong boys.
Yeah. Little buff boys over here.
Okay, so what did you think of Cage's performance overall, though?
I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's goofy. It's super lighthearted.
I did love when his granddaughter keeps asking him why he has two names. His response is, I'll tell you over a beer someday. The charitable way of reading that is when you're older, but he probably means tomorrow.
Yeah, he was
And
going to
then-
give her a beer for sure.
And then in the next scene, when they're having breakfast, she admonishes him for offering a child a beer.
Yeah.
He wanted to tell the story.
He's a lot of fun on this. He's wacky.
Well, he's got the Gary look too, right?
He's got the Gary look. He's just a Cayman Island beach bum, retired from the CIA. And the movie doesn't give us a whole lot of like plot,
I mean,
but it's enjoyable.
granddaughter's kind of the exposition machine.
She keeps it all like moving forward.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with Sean that I think there's a little too many like crisscross, double cross, double cross, which is if it's a double cross, it's just not a cross.
Yeah, two double crosses.
It's an uncross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
a
like
circle.
two
Parallel
negatives make a
lines.
positive.
Parallel lines.
Which are
right?
not crossed at all.
No, not even sort of crossed. And they never will be.
No, it could have done with just
The one double
the
cross.
one mole.
You know, and actually I think like Hector's character, there's no real big reason for that other than the set piece. The big fucking mansion to have a shootout.
Because she's supposed to be Jackie Earle Haley's boss, but Jackie Earle like kills her. It gets messy at the end.
Jackie Earle Haley didn't kill her.
Yeah, he shoots her.
He shoots
did
her in
he?
the head.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then he gets shot by Christopher, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets shot by
See that like
someone
the
else.
whole thing was too muddy at
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
Even with two watches, it's like, oh
Also, spoilers.
I mean, whatever.
yeah, spoiler. I watched.
You know
it
what?
twice.
If you wanted to know what the plot of this movie is, you would have gone and seen it. You fucks.
Yeah, which no one did.
It was a great movie though.
It was a lot of fun. I do want to point out. I haven't seen Ernie Hudson in a while, and him and Nick Cage are supposed to play like old army buddies. You assume around the same age. Ernie Hudson's 19 years older than Nicolas Cage, and
Yeah,
looks a lot better than
he
Nicolas
looks-
Cage.
Ernie Hudson looks good.
Well, they had to age up Nick Cage, and I'm sure they dyed Ernie Hudson's hair a little darker. But we got to see the band from Nicolas Cage's wig when he's climbing
Oh,
out of the
yeah.
water. You can see like
I didn't even
his
notice
wig
that.
band.
Nice.
And
Also, there's a lot of shooting into and out of water in this, and I've watched enough Mythbusters to know that's not how that works.
it's not the best way to have a gunfight.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing, it's like, it's fun. It's popcorn. Like, you have a good time watching it. It's explosions, it's gunfights. every motherfucker gets killed.
The guy who gets a flare gun to the mouth.
Oh, man. No, and there's lots of like entertainment. It's very comical.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's a comedic action movie.
Nick Cage hiding with his daughter and Ron Perlman, who has kidnapped the granddaughter, being in like the hotel rooms next to each other.
Yeah, it's classic. Oh, they're out on the balcony right now and switch.
Yeah, new phone call.
You also notice that no one ever pays the cab drivers in this movie. They just get out of the cab.
That's how it works in Cayman Islands. I don't know.
It's directly tied to your Cayman Island checking account.
Yeah. Oh, that actually makes a lot more sense.
I don't think that is. I was confused because this is on me. I didn't expect the Cayman Islands to have taxi technology that included vans with self-closing doors. Because every time somebody got out of a taxi, the taxi would just start backing away. And I'd be like, nobody shut that door. And then at one point I see self-shutting door. I'm like, minivans have come a long way.
Yeah, it's true.
Even the Cayman Islands have self-shutting taxi doors.
No, see, what you have to do is you drive really fast and you slam on the brakes.
Oh, okay.
And it slides the door shut.
I've never owned a minivan, so this is...
Yeah, I could tell. Well, okay, so overall, what do you guys think, Venn diagram?
I think this is good Cage, good movie. I mean...
I think it's mid across, but it's a lot of fun.
It's good for what it is.
It's
not
exactly
an
what I was
Oscar
hoping.
contender.
It is not my least favorite film of his this year.
It's a late summer fun movie because he needed something to carry us over from one film to another. He's only putting out 5 films this year.
I know, right?
Six
Gotta
films.
fill that gap.
6 films.
6 films, right?
We've watched 4 already.
That's right. Well, I
Yeah.
keep forgetting Butcher's Crossing.
Yeah, that is coming out this year, right?
October 24th.
Yeah.
And then
Dream Scenario, when is that?
early November, I think, like November 10th or
yeah.
something.
So good year for Cage.
Well, I mean,
Well-
not monetarily, but good for putting out.
Good in his numbers.
I mean, he got
Not
paid.
the
He got
movies.
paid for these roles.
and he had some
Yeah.
pretty well budgeted movies like Renfield.
I feel like that got a lot of love. I still maintain that Sympathy for the Devil is an excellent film.
It's a really good movie. I don't think enough people got a chance to see it. It's a real power year. And I saw somebody complaining online recently about how they thought the dark days of Nicolas Cage doing shitty movies was over. I was real close to just coming back with like, motherfucker's putting out 6 movies this year. How high are your expectations when somebody puts out 6 movies in a year? Literally every other month of the year could have a Nicolas Cage film release.
Well, and then what is
Starring film release.
right?
Yeah.
And what is the expectation of him? He's not going to be a romantic comedy lead at this point. It's like he is of an age that he has to play a different kind of character. Like he's set into his own new bubble.
Yeah, like from 2020 forward, he's had some really good movies, a lot of like art house and like dark horse movies. If you're getting a theatrically released Nicolas Cage movie, expect it to be like the studios. No, Nicolas Cage draws X amount of star appeal. I look to his independent movies, I think, more for his best performances.
Yes.
Well, and he would say the same thing too. I mean, he's going to put something different on those, and the reason he's doing them for, I'm certain, less money than he is worth is because he gives a shit about it. He thinks the script is good or the character is interesting, or you know, you're going to get something more out of it because a person gives a shit more than a paycheck.
Yeah. And I mean, we're looking at, he looks drastically different in all 6 of these films.
Definitely.
There is a transition from, like, he's not just Nick Cage in all these films.
Last thoughts, or
Go watch it. It's fun.
yeah, go watch it if you can.
Retirement plan.
Or watch it when it comes on streaming, but give
It'll
it
be
some
good.
love.
I'm glad it exists.
Me too. Oh, super final spoiler. What happened to the husband?
Nobody knows.
They probably killed Jimmy.
Jackie Earle Haley did it.
All right. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
If you are interested in supporting us, we are on Patreon at Cage Match. And thank you to our Sparkle buddies, Josh, Sean, Josie, Rico, Matt, and Adam, and our Cage dancers, Ira, John, Freeman, and Lance. If you want to shoot the shit with us, we are on Reddit at Cage Match Pod and Instagram at Cage_Match_pod. Woohoo! I did it.
Bye-bye. We'll put a picture of Nick and I side by side,
Yeah,
so
these are football stats.
you can understand what that means.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be the rookie football photo, like shirtless in our drawers.
Were we supposed to bring drawers today?
No.
My first car was a minivan.
Nice. Did you get laid in it?
No.
Disappointing.
Even I got laid in a minivan.
Was it mine?
What
Yes.
was